So we're at MRRF 2022. I know everyone can't be here today, so we're going to walk around and talk to some people, see how it is. It's quite busy. There's a lot of people here, a lot of things to see, so we'll get right to it. But before we get started, I want to give a shout out to Fabrico for partially sponsoring today's video and my trip here. So if you're looking for some printer parts or kits, make sure you check them out. Link in the description. So there's a lot to get to, so let's get started. So for those that can't make it today, what do you want to show off?
Well, we got the Daedalus, which has been around for a hot minute, since 2020. We have the extended version, which will start shipping this year.
Okay.
It's the same X and Y, 645 in the Z. So that's really a big change there. And then we got the Apollo printer.
This looks a bit familiar to somebody who's played with the switch wire.
Yeah. So, yep, Core XZ. So, yeah, we saw the switch wire, we loved it. We were like, we want to do a fully built version, so this is what we went with. Starting prices, it's $9.99. One big thing is we're doing a brake board, so if you have any belt-driven Z-axes, this will help you a lot.
So we're no longer using a keychain anymore with something
no
like that.
longer using a keychain. If you don't want to do gearing, you don't have to do gearing on your Z. So like a 2.4, if you really want to, this will be able to do it. So what it does is, whenever the power drops below 21 volts, it crosses the wires on the stepper motor. So kind of shorts out your motor. Doesn't hurt it at all.
It just stops it.
What it does is puts resistance on the motor so it won't drop. So it'll work with any belt-driven Z. We'll be having these for pre-sale on Monday. We got a bunch of them in stock. We'll be having more shortly, but it'll come with this wire already done, and then you can just go to your stepper motor here, go straight to your driver.
So there's nothing, there's compatible with all the firmware?
Yeah, no firmware changes, nothing. Yeah, it's all plug and play. We're actually using a mechanical switch, really. So you can plug this into a fan header, a heater, pretty much any I/O if you have it open, or you can just do it directly into your power supply. So whenever it drops.
Yeah.
So this actually has two of them in it for the X and Z. So we also have a counterweight system for the bed to offset the weird jolting you'll have at the top of your print when you're printing at your Max Z, because the bed's stopping so quickly and you're having a lot of weight. So it's going to counteract that, pretty much the bed spring.
Okay.
Or like the belt being a spring. So starting at $9.99, it's got a quick change head option. So we got the Hemera Revo, we have the Mosquito LGX, and now we have the Revo LGX.
Okay.
So it's a new heat sink that'll mount to any Mosquito mount.
Okay.
So
now the $9.99, which combination is that coming with, or do you have options?
The $9.99 option comes with just the plate. So if you already have a extruder hotend that you want to use, there it is. And we'll have the fan shrouds and everything like that you can make for your specific thing. Okay. Or we'll have SLS fan shrouds available. But we're trying to make all the SLS fan shrouds easy to print FDM.
Okay.
So if you don't want to pay $30
if you want to roll your own, you can.
You can.
Okay.
So, and then for $1,100, you'll be able to get it with the Revo and the LGX, and then the premium hike for the Mosquito Magnum and the Mosquito Standard, and that's about a $100 jump from the Revo, depending on which one you go with. So the big thing is we could ship this anywhere in the U.S. for about $50 or less. Like from us to San Francisco was like $38. So we'll be able to go pretty much anywhere. It's fully assembled. You just plug it in, go. And then it does print at about 100 millimeters a second. Is our standard print speed right now. It is running input shaper.
So it's running Clipper. It's running, or no, RepRap. You guys do RepRap
firmware. It's using the Duet3D Mini. The Daedalus also now have input shaper. And yeah, the thing's kind of a beast. It uses the same bed as the switch wire or the Prusa.
Yep, so it's a Mark 52 bed. So any flex plate that people already have is already compatible.
They can slap it on. And then we are using the It's based off of the Super Pinda.
Okay.
So it's got the thermistor built in.
Compensation for heat change and whatnot.
Yeah,
nice.
we're moving away from the easy ABLs, and we're moving to the temperature controlled probe now.
Okay.
So
cool.
yeah, and all the printed parts on this will be SLS for production, and the tops will not be HDPE. It'll be sheet metal.
Okay.
So we just use HDPE for quick iteration. We don't have fiber laser in shop, so we can't really cut it easily.
Yeah. That's cool. And it's going to be called the Apollo, right?
The Apollo, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, named after the first search and rescue dog on scene for World Trade Center. We wanted to name it after a hero because why buy a sidekick when you could have a hero?
Yep. And you know what? It works with data list.
Yeah.
Greek theme.
Yep, it worked perfectly. So.
Or Roman. I don't know. Somebody's going to correct me in the comments.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
So for those that can't be here today, we're doing a walk and talk to just show off what everyone's got.
What everybody wants to see is Brendan's absolutely amazing wiring and just such a beautiful machine. Such an absolutely beautiful machine.
I'm a sucker for cable management, and I've seen some video of this or pictures of it on Twitter.
Yeah.
And it is just...
It's absolutely beautiful.
Like this is like some
It's
DC
taken the
master
machine
race.
and turned it into art.
Yeah. Do you know what the base machine is, or did he design that? Oh, this is your machine. Okay, we'll talk about it.
Yeah. So all the white powder-coated aluminum that you see is like a 3D fused kit. So you can go online to 3D fused website.
Okay.
The extrusion, this is a little bit more custom. So you notice there's like a little bit of an extra offset in the Z. That's so the stepper can clear these Z axes back here.
Okay.
For that Hemera bracket that's on there. But yeah, you can buy the whole motion system, the XY, and then the 3Z, all from 3D fused.
Nice. And then all the electronics are your own.
Well, I mean, they got the beautiful Duet board down here powering everything.
3 or 6? No, 6.
6HC.
6HC. There you go. No screen on it, eh?
No, I wanted to kind of keep it more clean. But,
Headless, eh?
Now it's running from a laptop, and I'm kind of regretting that for the show, but it's working.
Most of my machines are running headless. When you're in a room with a computer,
yep, exactly.
It's right there.
Especially if they're all on the network. It's just super easy.
Yeah, you just use your phone.
Yeah, and DNS works, so you can name the printers whatever you want. You can easily find them. So
nice. Yeah,
I talk about your mostly printed CNC.
Yeah, so this is the only non-printed parts here. There's 3 of these 3030 extrusions down here. All the rest of it is atomic filament. So the black is CFPLA. All of the outside is the UV reactive PET-G that they make. The Z-axis is CFPC.
So it's doing PCBs, it looks like?
Yeah, and you can cut aluminum too. So that's like a mirror polished aluminum.
Oh, that's cool. And of course, running Duet.
Yep, so the Duet 2 Wi-Fi in here.
That's cool. How is Duet with CNC coming along? Pretty good?
The community's growing. The number of people using. So we've got like there's a manufacturer in the UK.
Okay.
Called Oosnest. They make the Workbee CNC, and that's been using Duet for years. But we're starting to find more people in the community using it, and we've got 1 or 2 people experimenting with multi-axis. As well. So David recently added most, if not all, of the remaining CNC G codes to RepRap firmware that weren't there like a couple of releases ago. So, yeah, I mean, we're still getting feedback, and there's clearly more to do, but I think the amount of people using CNC is growing quite significantly.
It is, and having a solution that's just a one board, plug and play, ready to go, and people are already familiar with RepRap.
Exactly, but also people are now starting like what E3D did with ASMBL.
Yep.
So starting to mix additive and subtractive. And I think there's going to be a lot of power there. So we've also got people using Duet using OpenPMP and doing pick and place, not necessarily only for circuit boards, but using that kind of logic to put components within printed parts. So if you add a tool changer, like the Jubilee or E3D tool changer, and you stick a pickup head, a milling head, a couple of printing heads, you can start to get closer to where everybody imagines you could do with 3D printing, which is just make something.
You just go,
It just goes.
And for somebody at home,
yeah,
it'll be a lot easier to get into, because CNC is there's that initial hurdle to getting into it.
Yeah, absolutely. And you still need a lot more. You need extraction system, you need dust extraction system.
Yeah, there's chips to deal with.
Yeah, exactly. But I think like the ASMBL thing from E3D is a great example of something you can do right now that adds lots of value to like machining the edges of your printed parts to make it very precise or very nice finish or anything like that.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's going to be cool to see. Thank you.
Because
within like a month, it's adapted. Brand new install.
We got a robot.